Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you'll love this vibe, and everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This could be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take the nice and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, just check out the description below, and I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. Okay. All are welcome on this channel, and all contributions are highly appreciated as well. Thank you for stopping by and saying hi. Hi. Okay. Tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule. Okay. The message is that you have someone possibly observing and monitoring you, collective. Someone is very concerned with your growth, with your development. The first card that we have here is the Hierophant energy. And so someone is very concerned with your development, with your growth. They could be watching you. They could be studying you. This could be someone whom you don't have any connection with at this time for one reason or another. But this person is very concerned about you, what you are doing, what you are up to. This could be a family member. This could be a friend, ex-co-worker, neighbor, so put it where it resonates. But someone is watching. You could be on social media. You could have a platform, but they are studying you with the Page of Cups here. They are studying you. They are studying your development and your growth. And with the Page of Cups energy, they are clearly studying, it's like they're pocket watching. Spirit is saying pocket watching. So they could be measuring your growth, your development. They could be maybe watching, being critical, maybe projecting negative energy your way, comparing you to what they know of you in the past. Versus now. Maybe you've made some changes in your life. Maybe you've had a glow up. Maybe you've done some upgrades. Maybe you've lost weight. Okay. Maybe you've gotten married. You could be someone who's had a child recently. Congratulations. Okay. You could have started a business, bought a home. You have a new career. There could be several things going on for you, and you're progressing. Spirit is saying in front of the world. Okay, so you could be someone who has a platform on social media. Okay, you could also have you could have a wide variety of connections. Spirit is saying your ability to network and connect with different kinds of people that has access to the life that you desire. Okay, whatever that means. Okay, so you could be someone who maybe you know a lot of celebrities, maybe you know a lot of world-renowned people. So life is different versus when people last saw you. You've made a lot of changes, a lot of progress, a lot of upgrades, and you're now making connections that will pivot you towards an even greater, wider door of success. Yeah. You are connected or connecting, if not currently, maybe this is coming up for you. You are about to connect with people who have access, people who are world renowned. Maybe you know someone who is a celebrity. Maybe you know someone who is a star in the making. Okay. All right. The next card we have here is the King of Cups. And so Spirit wants you to enjoy your life, enjoy your journey. Spirit is saying, never mind the naysayers. There will always be someone opposing what you are doing, especially when it comes to progress. But Source is saying to never mind the opinions of others, for you to really get into the habit of just tuning out the naysayers, tuning out the negativity. Those who aren't for you will show themselves in the way they communicate with you, in their actions towards you. And majority of the time, when a person's actions does not match their conversations, that is a true reveal of who they are and where they should stand with you in your life, depending on your goals and your aspirations, which you're willing to tolerate and which you're not willing to tolerate. But you're connecting to a group of people. I'm hearing a group of people. Maybe these people are going to assist you in one way or another. Maybe these people are going to show you how to get to the bad. Maybe they're going to refer you to someone, but it's going to assist you. Now, you could be someone, maybe you're not interested in being on social media, but maybe you're going to expand your brand. Maybe you're into real estate, and maybe these group of people or this person is going to draw customers or people to patronize your business. Okay. And so you will be expanding your brand or your business or whatever this project that you have that you will be developing. So remain optimistic, collective, about your present as well as your future, because there's a lot of great things, prosperity especially, that is happening for you. And so Spirit wants you to learn to stay focused. It comes up in a lot of reads, not just with me, with a lot of tarot readers, the haters, the jealous people, the naysayers, that's part of the mission. That's part of the path. We all, we're not for everybody. Everybody is not for us, and you have to look at it whenever you come across anyone in your life, collective, that is creating resistance or any negative energy or being disrespectful or just disenchanting to you. You have to get into the habit of removing yourself and allowing people, those people, to be who they are. There's no need to get into a confrontation. There's no need to get into a screaming and yelling match. You can stand up for yourself, respond to someone when you choose without going back and forth. And my rule is say it once and not twice. If you want to respond to someone who's being disrespectful, say what you have to say and say nothing else behind it. And when a person shows you who they are, that they're non-supportive, that they're negative, or they have some kind of toxic trait that you don't want to be a part of, just simply remove yourself. And so Spirit is saying it's time for even myself, as I speak to you, I'm speaking to myself, for all of us who are working on progress, who are working on constantly accepting our ascension here in the matrix on planet Earth, to get into the habit of just simply removing yourself. There is nothing we can do about the negative people, the naysayers, because there are some people, collective, not some, there are a portion of people, worldwide, who enjoy being in that dark space, who enjoy being toxic, being chaotic, being poop starters, okay, it starters, okay. There are people who constantly on a daily, wake up, plan, plotting, and strategize on how to hurt people, how to sabotage people, sending evil projection, wishing for someone to have a downfall. So there are people who love this energy. They were put here just to be in your path, to create some kind of friction. So Spirit is saying, just learn to remove yourself and leave people with their energy. When you don't engage with the goofy, or you don't engage with the clown, because if a clown has an audience, they will perform. That's why when you speak to a person one-on-one, the reaction is different versus when you speak to them in front of a group of people. They'll respect you one-on-one. They'll change their energy. They'll change their tune. But when there's an audience, a clown will perform. And so Spirit is saying we have to stop allowing people to get us off of our square. There is a way to delegate your affairs and communicate effectively without lowering your vibration. And so say it once, not twice, because whenever you go back and forth and you create a ping pong conversation, I don't care how angry the person may make you, you are sending off the signal that you are not standing on business, that you are not confirming what you are stating. It gives the inkling that you want to go back and forth, and people will often try to bait you. Okay. And so you have people in observation. They are watching you and they are monitoring you because they want to really get next to you and close to you. And they're angry because they don't have access. And they don't have access, collective, because you don't have interest. And this is peeing and teeing people off. So continue to shine bright, because the next card we have here is the World card. You have a whole new world that you are preparing to experience, to be involved in, to explore. And so Spirit is saying, let no one knock you off of your square. Let no one, tear down your confidence or make you feel that you don't belong in a room. Any room that you are given access to, you need to hold your head high, walk in confidence, and walk in the knowing that you belong there. So keep your head up and continue to hold the light. And so it's just that simple. Once again, Spirit is saying, whenever you come across any resistant energy, someone trying to throw shots at you, you have to let people have these petty arguments, because people are trying to swap energies out here, and they're doing it constantly, collective. A person can see your light, they see your glow, they know that you are happy. There are people who will simply envy that you smile every day or that you are content. And you may say, well, everything isn't where it needs to be. Well, collective, to the observers, they want to be you. Your life is everything that they want their life to be. And so when people are unhappy and they are unwilling to do the work necessary to make themselves happy or content, they will project onto other people. And it's out of a frustration. Your glow, your light, your happiness, your peace is too much for a person in a dark place. And so it stirs their demons. It ruffles feathers. You irritate people. And it's not a you problem, it's a them problem. And so you could be someone, maybe you have undergone a lot of hatred, a lot of people coming up against you, whether this is family, friends, maybe as a small child in grade school, maybe you've had people pick on you, try to fight you. Maybe people envy you, jealous you. I'm picking up on female energy. A group of girls being jealous of another girl, picking, wanting to attack because of the girl's vanity. Look, let me tell you something. This avatar that we all have, which is this fleshly suit, the human suit, it's just a shell of who we are. Whatever you were born and given, you should be grateful for. If you are someone watching this video and maybe you don't feel confident or you don't feel beautiful, it's a good idea for you to work on your self-confidence and stop projecting onto others. It's time to not go around and try to sabotage or punish someone because they are handsome or you feel they are beautiful. You cannot go around try to slander and sabotage and pick on people because you feel that they may get more attention than you. You feel that because of their looks, their life is better than you. You need to work on your confidence. Yes, I'm saying this. So if you're watching this and you don't feel confident about yourself, no one wants you more happy than you. So it is up to you as an individual to make yourself confident and happy and stop projecting onto other people. You cannot be angry because we are all given the same time in each day because someone chose to do something with themselves and you chose maybe to do nothing at all, or you chose to do something different. It is foolish. No two humans are alike to go around and spend your life sad, angry, bitter, full of resentment, and disliking people whom you don't know because of their vanity. This is for someone. There are some people watching and they know who they are. And if you're not watching now, you will see this video later. It's time to cut the nonsense out. Beauty is on the inside and beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So it is up to you to work on your own confidence and stop picking and choosing who's right and who's wrong because of their looks or because of their appearance. So if you don't feel confident, that is a you problem and you have to work on that. When you project negative energy onto anyone, male or female, you are only creating stagnation for yourself. Everything you put out will come back to you. And it's not about whether you believe it or not. It's just like gravity. It is what it is. So you can continue to be yourself and keep projecting that negative energy. Keep being cruel because someone handsome or beautiful walk into an event. Maybe they look nice. Maybe they have a nice physique. Maybe their stomach is flatter than yours. Maybe it's a female with a plump butt. Maybe it's a guy with a lot of muscles or someone with a beautiful smile. It's time out for that, for the shenanigans. It's time out for that. It's time to work on your confidence and build your own self up. Because every time you're sending out negative energy, you're really sending it to yourself. It'll never affect the people whom you are sending it towards. It's the boomerang effect. It's going to come back. It's law. It has to come back to you. Everything you put out will return. That goes for me too. So that's why we have to be mindful. But that's for some people that's watching. And you may be angry, but get over it. Spirit is telling me to say this and convey it because these people are watching and they know who they are. Go work on your confidence. Whatever you want in life, go get it, go do it. No one is stopping you but you. The more time you spend hating, slandering, lying, sabotaging, starting mess, being toxic, talking about who you're going to pull up on, going on social media, crashing out on people, all this nonsense, is the more you create self-inflicted stagnation. When things start occurring in your personal life and you're like, why is all this happening? It's the energy that you put out. Back to the read, collective. That's for some people. Spirits say they watching. Get this message to them. They're watching. But it's time out because they are watching you, collective. We have the Three of Pentacles. It's time for you to build with like-minded energy. Go where the love is. And this may require you to do some things you've never done before. Maybe, visit some places you've never been before. Maybe you've never been to a museum. Hey, try going to a museum. Okay, maybe there's a certain park or something that you've never been to. Spirit is saying try that park. Maybe there's a certain kind of music you don't listen to. Hey, there's a concert coming up and it's a different kind of music. Guess what? Get some tickets. Try that concert. It's gonna cause for you, the more you elevate and become successful in life, you're going to have to remove yourself. But Spirit is saying also you're going to have to find different ways to entertain yourself and interact as you move about in these cosmic streets, as you move about hearing the Mechi Reeks. Okay? Because we are spiritual beings and we are also human beings. And so it's going to take you doing some things that maybe you've never done before, getting to know a new flair of life, a new way of being, doing, engaging, and existing for your greater good. These are positive things because you don't want anyone to have access to you to constantly taint your energy. If they're not about progress and you're building a business, you don't want no negative people around you. Maybe you just open a boutique. You don't want nobody trying to latch onto you and pretend like they're your friend so they can maybe go on social media and say, hey, don't shop at that store. Come on, let's talk about it, collective. People will connect to you just to sabotage what you have going on, knowing darn well they do not like you. Knowing they do not like you. They like what you have going on, but they just don't like that you are the one doing it. So be aware that people are pocket watching. The next card we have, and I love it, the Eight of Pentacles. This person is putting in work, male or female. And this is the difference between you and them. This is the difference. We're all given the same amount of time in a day, but collective, you're doing the work. You're constantly doing the work, and they are not willing to do it. These are people, your haters, your naysayers, these people with low self-esteem who don't love themselves, the narcissists, the covert narcissists, all of them, the clowns, the goofies. These are people who rather cling to people who look like or appear to have a life that they desire, which is straight foolery. But because we all are individually, uniquely, divinely created. There is no reason for you to cling to anyone. You have your own spirit guides. You have your own contract and agreement to fulfill, and you're busy trying to cling on to someone else instead of answering your own call, instead of finding your own purpose or finding the things that make you happy. Maybe you don't know what your purpose is, and that is okay. But why don't you just find the things that make you happy and work on that and pour some love into that and pour some love into yourself? Everything you put out will return to you. And it's the momentum. It's the momentum. It's the momentum. The consistency, the momentum over time, trusting, believing, keep doing. There must be a response. There will be a response. But what kind of response do you want? What kind of response, collective, are you expecting? Hopefully it's one that coincides or go along with the energy that you have been putting out. Keep up the great work. There are people watching and monitoring. There's nothing to fear. This is just a spiritual notification. There will always be people watching. We all are being watched and monitored. Doesn't matter who you are, whether you're on social media or you're not on social media. We are all being watched and monitored. Confirmation, you hear the train. Even when you think you're not being watched. Even collective, I gotta tell y'all this. Even when you think you're not being watched, you could be standing on the street or in the block or on a block or something. Maybe it's late at night. No one's outside but you. I'll use this for an example. You look around, you see no people outside. It's after midnight. You're just standing on your porch getting some fresh air. You may say to yourself, everybody's in, I'm the only one out. No, there's someone somewhere in a window, probably just looking out, not watching you, but they're just looking out the window just like you're just standing on your porch, and they could notice you standing there. When you think you're not being watched, you're always being watched. Here in the 3D and in the spiritual realm on many, many levels, we are all being watched and monitored. And it's not about your belief system. It's just like gravity, baby. It is what it is. We all have free will. You can move how you want to move, but you'll keep getting the same result. But there's no sense of hating or being angry with someone because they are choosing peace and choosing progress. This reading is simply Spirit is saying, just keep removing yourself. Say what needs to be said, collective. Say it once, let it go, let it flow. Let no one make you upset, because the goal is to get you off course. The goal is to create confrontation. That's for somebody. The goal is to get you upset. That lowers your frequency. That can create stagnation for you. And you do not want that in the things, collective, that you are building and working on. These observers are aware of this. They are afraid of your success. They are afraid of your glory. They are afraid that you are shining so bright. You may be at the peak, at the beginning. You may be in the middle. You may say, I haven't started. I just been thinking about it. But guess what? They see it. They feel it. They see it. They feel it. They maybe even be hearing about it. People know who you are, even those who pretend like they don't see you. They all see you. They all are watching. You are the topic of discussion, and you're not even trying to be. And you could care less because you're busy focused on yourself. You're not looking for attention. You're not looking for applause. The things that you are involved in are things that you are involved in because it's part of your purpose. See, the problem is that we always want to be in a business of minding other people's business and want to understand why. It's really none of our business why a person is choosing to partake in a certain cultural or spiritual belief. It's really none of our business why someone wants to change their career. It's really none of our business what kind of relationship, loving relationship or friendship or partnership that a person tries to have. The only business we should be minding is ours. It's ours, focusing on ourselves, focusing on working on ourselves, because there's no one to compete or compare with. I know for me, the only person I'm competing with is who I was yesterday. Hopefully my goal is for me to do something better, even a smidget than I did yesterday. There's nobody for me to compete with because no two humans are made alike. We are all uniquely, individually, divinely created. And I keep saying it and reiterating because you need to let that marinate in your mind. We are all different, born at different times, different energies, different backgrounds, different upbringings. We have different mood swings. We have different, when it comes to foods, we have different foods we like, things we don't like. Different things makes us laugh. Some of us don't like laughing. Okay, we are all different. We're supposed to be. That's how we're able to learn from each other and exchange jewels. Jewels, I mean learning from each other, knowledge, because we are different. Everything is where it needs to be according to action and plan. And that's what the haters need to keep in mind. Everything is where it needs to be according to action and plan. What is written in the stars for you is written in the stars for you. No one can take it from you. And if you ain't putting no action towards your plan, you can't get mad at nobody else. You can't get mad at nobody else if you ain't putting no action to your own plan, to your plan. We have this idea that life is supposed to be cookie cutter, one way, one route. Oh, you're supposed to do this at that age. You're supposed to do this at that age. And then you're supposed to go here and then you're supposed to go there. No. Everybody is not going to cross the street at 12 noon. Some may cross at 11:45. Some may wait till 1:30 to cross the street. And they're entitled to that. They're entitled to that, whether you choose to judge them or not. But your judgment will be a waste of time. Once again, you'll be inflicting that same energy onto yourself. If you ask anyone, you can ask a group of people, what does happiness and success mean to them? They all would say something different. To some people, success and happiness is just waking up every day. They'll tell you, I'm grateful just to wake up every day. To other people, it's material things, and that's okay. That's their business. They're entitled to love and believe and desire and have experience whatever they want. To some people, success is having a happy relationship or a happy marriage. To some people, success is having a whole lot of money, and that's okay. To some people, success is having a big, beautiful home, and that's okay. There's no one to critique. There's no one to compare to. We need not to lose focus, because the world gonna keep on whirling, life gonna keep on lifing. In the meantime, in between time, what will the collective be doing? The sun will keep on shining. The clock will keep ticking. The calendar gonna keep moving. The days are going fast. Time is moving fast. But in the meantime, in between time, what will the collective be doing? Who wants to perish from Mother Earth, from Mother Gaia, with the shoulda, woulda, coulda theory? Who wants to perish and have people saying, oh, they spent their life just being toxic? Oh, they spent their life fighting and being angry. The whole time, we all get angry sometimes, but the whole time, yeah, there's confirmation. They spent their whole life being toxic and starting issue with people. The whole time they were here, yeah, the whole time. They just fight. Just keep drama going. And who wants to perish with the shoulda, woulda, coulda theory? I wish I could have done this. I wonder what would have happened if I would have done this. I could have done this, but I did that. Spirit is saying pick one thing and work on that, one at a time. There is no race. There's no need to rush. You can post all the beautiful pictures you want to post online. There's nothing wrong with that. You can also like beautiful pictures you see online. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's always more than what meets the eye. There's always more behind the curtain. Some of us will be privy to have an understanding of what it is, and some of us won't. But be mindful of comparing yourself to what you see outside of you, because you don't know what that person is enduring or tolerating to maintain or present that status. I said to maintain or present that status. That means it may be actual factual, and that means present. It may not be actual factual. You never know what's going on. How many stories you hear of people, domestic violence and things of such nature. Oh, they were on social media. They were this, they were that. And then things occur. Things go left. And someone ends up getting hurt. But the image and the appearance, be mindful of what you are trying to follow. There's no need to follow anyone. The best thing you could ever do for yourself is stand in your true authenticity. That's how you get justice. That's how you get justice. That's how you receive happiness. That's how you receive opportunity. That's how you live your best life. It's standing in your authenticity, being yourself, not trying to be anyone else. You never know what's lurking or hiding in the shadows of anyone's life. Be mindful of who you are trying to follow and compare yourself to. It may look pretty and beautiful on the outside, but you don't know what's going on when a person turns the corner or turn their back to you. That goes for all of us. We don't know what each other is doing when we turn our backs to each other or we bend that corner. We don't know what anybody is getting involved in. You don't know what's racing through their mind. You don't know what's in their hearts. You don't know if they're carrying toxic trauma or drama with them, resentment. You don't know if they're a soul being. They could be an NPC. They could be someone who feels like they have nothing to lose, which is extremely dangerous to even involve yourself with, but be dressed up to look so handsome and so beautiful or so sexy, or have all the material trinkets to allure you to them, whether it's their vehicle, their money, their home, their networking abilities. They can have everything on the outside looking pretty, just shining, looking very mesmerizing, just to allure you to their presence and catch you in their web. And then as you get to know that person and you spend time, their mood starts to change. Their personality starts to take a shift and things start to occur. The conversations start going from right to left. The more familiar people get with you, the more they want to disrespect you. Be careful with giving people too much access to you. There are so many people that wear a beautiful smile, but they have so much heaviness in their heart that they have not dealt with. And they have free will and free choice, but Spirit wants you to just keep these things in mind. You don't have to be afraid of anyone. You don't have to be full of anxiety, but to keep these things in mind. The next card we have here is the Five of Pentacles. There are people watching and they feel like you are leaving them out. Isn't that something? They feel like you are leaving them out because you are doing something that they don't want to do. And that's that Eight of Pentacles energy. You are constantly working on yourself. People want you to take them by the hand, collective. They feel it's your responsibility to fulfill their void. Not knowing the true fact is that you can never be fulfilled until you do your own work, until you do your own healing work, until you do your own release of resentment and hatred towards people. They are unaware of this. As a matter of fact, some, not all, some may not even have an inkling to begin to understand or understand what that is, what it looks like. There are some people with energy attachments on them and they are unaware, that they are being utilized, that their vessel is being utilized to partake in certain activities or, just send unwarranted energy towards people who don't deserve it, to cause harm, to just try to inflict negative energy onto anyone. It's because they're resisting to do the work. So they're unaware of what's going on, of why they are in this bad, funky mood every day, of why they go to work miserable. They fake smiling and they have so much pain that they're harnessing, but they're choosing to harness it because there are many ways to release. I mean, from screaming in a pillow to talking to, a licensed medical professional. So there's a lot of things you can do. Therapy, there's so many, but it's the momentum. You have to be willing to do the work, and the work calls for you to be consistent, to create the momentum, to bring in the result of continuously healing yourself, recalibrating your energy, releasing things that do not serve you, because as you move forward, life continues. It's not an ending process, regardless of what you are thinking or what you were taught. You will constantly have to, cleanse your energy, regroup, recalibrate, align your chakras. These are things that you have to constantly do. This is not a one-time thing. This message is so deep. You see the water sitting back there. I was on my way to go do something. You see it. The Spirit is telling me to keep going. Because there are some people who needs to hear this, okay? And next we have the Five of Cups. We had the Five of Pentacles, now the Five of Cups. They're feeling like all is lost when it's far from the truth. All is not lost. But they're unable to see that. And if they're unable to see this because they're unable to do the work, these are people who will pop up at different states in your life on your journey. So Spirit is saying, collective, don't be alarmed. Don't let them stress you. Don't be alarmed. Just keep removing yourself. With the Knight of Swords, you have your ancestors in the spirit team fighting for you, coming in, stampeding, constantly assisting you with maintaining your balance. You have a higher power fighting for you. The Creator, and your spirit team is fighting for you. They see what is being done. Like I said, we all are being watched and accounted for, and it's just not wise to, you know, project negative energy onto people. It's just not wise. I mean, if you really love yourself and you want to progress in your own life, or you have something going, and life is not perfect, as I always say, you know, but you want to keep that momentum of great things flowing onto you. And even your children, if you have offspring, you know, because see, that karma could hit you or your children. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. You got to be more careful. The final card that we're closing out with is the High Priestess. Collective, all of this is occurring for a reason. None of your works, your blood, your sweat, your tears, your endurance, anything you have experienced has not gone unnoticed. Make sure that you're walking in the know. And whenever you are in the presence of a goofy or a clown, just go into the thinking man pose. That's special. Now let me remove myself. And after you remove yourself, let me transmute this negative projection that the goofy may have sent your way. And make sure you're doing that constantly. This concludes the read. I trust and hope that it assists you for your highest good. I have never talked this long. I have not. You can go to the archives, look at the numbers, the measurement. But we're all growing, okay? I'm growing, you growing, we growing. This message has to get out. And, you know, when I'm told to do something, I follow through. That's just who I am. And I love what I do, and I appreciate everyone for being here. I hope that this message found you for your highest good, because when I am told to stop what I'm doing and get the message out, that means it's urgent. So hopefully you receive this message for your highest good and find something that is fruitful for you in all of my reads, not some, but all of my reads, something that is helpful and beneficial. You know, all are not able to take constructive criticism, you know, from these messages. You know, it's not me speaking, it is source speaking. Okay. It is, you know, your ancestors speaking. Okay. As well, channeling through me these messages. So, tarot is a tool, is not the final rule. And it's always to have an empty cup when you're on Lady Noble's channel and you want to see what's up. But take the message that I convey and utilize them for your highest good. Okay, for your highest good. Find the light. You know, the light is always easy to locate, especially if you are in a dark space in your life, especially if you feel a reading is dark or it's triggering something. If you're feeling triggered, meaning agitated because a reader mentions something, there are no coincidences. It's just confirmation. Spirit is conveying that maybe something needs to be addressed or considered. Okay? Maybe you need to ponder on something. Maybe you need to go into reflection mode. And so the word trigger, you know, it's used often, but if you're feeling triggered, there's that's a spiritual nudge, and don't discount it. Later.